Have you ever heard this? If you have, listen.
Well, so
what can I say?
I was gonna say I saw you whatever the fuck you want, whatever you're fine with.
Because I'm cool.
Because nobody might see it or everybody might see it. That's the whole
Either
thing.
way, I'm gonna give it to you the real way,
dude. We appreciate it. But no, I saw you at gallery, and it was funny because like I saw you, and I say this, he knows. Like anytime I see a dope drummer, like I gotta go get flowers. Like I always have to. Like so when after you were done, I had to like just kind of yo, dude, shit. And then you had seen some of our stuff, I guess, some of the clips we've thrown up.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you were like, bro, you got that? And I was like, dude. And then as soon as you said, I was like, bro.
I was like, you're the guy,
Done.
bro. You're the
Done.
guy.
Dude, because I think we met, dude.
Cody, we did.
At C-Boys.
It was a total
I think it was at
drunk
C-Boys.
experience.
I feel like,
Not
wait,
you,
like,
but it was me.
yeah, it was probably like a year ago, maybe, or somewhere. I don't know. Because you're in and out of town a lot, bro. You're busy.
Yeah.
So, but it's good to have you here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Finally.
How you been, by the way, dude? Like,
Man,
so what are you doing lately, like tour-wise, like out? Because I swore, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like when we met, or when I think we met, you had told me you played with somebody that's pretty big time, and I'm like, it was like,
yeah, I've been doing the Supremes for like 6 years, and then
Yeah?
and then when Adam can't do that Bruno situation,
okay, that's what I was like. Am I crazy or was it Bruno?
No.
So it was Bruno.
he's got a club in Vegas called the Pinky Ring, obviously.
Yes.
But Adam is the guy, and he does it. And then one time I got a call, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I need you to fill in for me.
Yeah.
You gotta play drums, MC, talk, and do all this other shit." I was like, "Fine, can I do it my way?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then, but then him, Foose, and all the guys that I already knew, they were like, "Well, it's gonna be a great fit because he does that all the time, and two, he's filling in for Adam, so let him just do it."
Yeah.
So Brian Donahoe, Chris McQueen,
Yeah.
all those guys who started the OGs that were started that, and they were just like, "We're not gonna be able to do this all the time because we work too."
Yeah,
like
sure.
because Daniel, he plays with Lady Gaga, so he's not going to be at the Pinky Ring all the time.
It's
So
an alignment of the stars situation.
so he gets Lloyd to do it, and sometimes Lloyd's out with Boyz II Men, so he can't do it.
Yeah.
And then it's just a trickle down effect of guys, one, you trust, and two, that can get the job done. So when Adam's not doing it, I'm doing it with the Diamonds.
Is that
or the
Bellagio?
Rubies.
Is
Yes,
that Bellagio?
inside the Bellagio.
Yeah. Wait, so is Bruno part of that, or it's his
Bruno
club?
does whatever the hell
he just
wants
might
to
pop
do.
in and
If he wants to get up there,
have you done
100%,
bro? That's
and it's
so
yes.
bro.
That's awesome.
Sometimes he'll get up there and he's just having a good time.
Dude, my man can play drums, dude.
Yeah.
Legit. Like, okay, I'm gonna
He
tell
also
you.
had a
I'm gonna tell you the
Super Bowl
truth.
performance?
I'm gonna be.
100%.
We talk about you said real. Let's be real. I didn't want to like Bruno Mars, dude. I didn't want to like him. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this guy. And I want to be a billionaire. Who the fuck doesn't, Bruno? Who the fuck doesn't? No, but like, and then Super Bowl 2013, he comes out. He starts on the kit, and I'm like, immediately, I'm like, because as a drummer, when you see somebody play, you know somebody that plays, and you know somebody that is like, they're just learn.
They learned a couple of things, little flashy things, show off a little bit.
And his fluid, he was like, I was like, oh shit, this guy fucking what? Like,
him and his brother. That's why his brother drums for him,
bro. And then he proceeded, and then the way they
Shout
brought
out to
Red Hot
Panda.
Chili Peppers in, that is my favorite Super Bowl halftime show of all time.
Yeah.
And at the end of that show, I was like, I'm a Bruno Mars fan.
Yeah.
Now I
he's
didn't want to be
gifted.
Yeah.
Like,
I say the same thing with Bo Burnham.
In fact, anytime, and I'll say this with pride, like anytime, and I'm not just saying this because he pays us, but like he anytime he's just in there just fucking off, just being, because sometimes he'll do the Dolby and then he'll come over there for just the after chill. He'll come in there. Sometimes he feels like singing and just gets up there. When I tell you this man can demand a room in less than 0.2 seconds.
Yep.
And I'm like, because I was on the mic, I was playing, I was like, y'all know him, here he comes, Bruno. And then he got up there and it was not planned, no set list or nothing.
Yeah.
He just got up there, started singing whatever he wanted to fucking sing. That was on his head, his heart, his mind, whatever. We went with him, and that motherfucker controlled the room in seconds, not the stage, the room in seconds.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, and that's because he's one of those true talents. He's just like, he's gifted with writing, he's gifted with talking to people, he's gifted with playing, and people don't know that as well. It's like, dog, he's a musician.
And he's just like he's got that that swag. Like it's like the mojo, you know, that
He's
you
got
can't really teach necessarily.
100%. It's one of those what kids would call nowadays aura things.
The aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vibe.
The Riz, as they would say. The
Yeah.
Riz. That's
All those things.
Rizzed up.
he's only 23, dude.
Oh,
he's
wow,
a baby.
man. I never
He's a
would have
baby.
thought that.
Bro, he's,
Maturity.
But actually,
It's a
I
thing.
like it because it gives us that good dynamic of,
Mix.
a different,
Little-
like, I don't want to just be all, millennial up here. Yeah.
No,
so
no,
like,
no.
Separation of generations.
Yeah.
I
And we
mean,
meet
it's fun.
together
Good to
sometimes.
combine. It's
Find
good to
common
combine.
grounds.
It's
you know?
always growth. Always growth.
But that's fucking amazing, man. Because just as a performer, from a performance standpoint, just thinking like to share a stage with a guy like that, it's got to be like an incredible joy as a performer to get
I've
because
shared some stages
he
where-
raises everybody with him.
Same thing
I'm
with the
sure.
Supremes and the Temptations.
Yeah.
That's actually how I got the domino effect of Motown gigs I did. I was playing keys with the Daz band, and then Corey was, never mind.
Let it whip.
Yeah. So they needed me on keys, and then something happened with the drummer, and then I ended up playing drums. But to learn from those guys, man, including before them, all the people I've learned from, but those guys, they'll teach you some shit, and you'll see some shit that you never would have thought that would have went down. That actually goes down. I've seen it myself where Bobby and Skip literally let go a trumpet player because he didn't come in there with the shit learned. And when I tell you there was another trumpet player in there in 10 minutes, he stopped us and asked us in rehearsal. He was like, "Hey man, y'all are good," and we took it like somebody did something wrong.
Yeah.
So we got to 6 bars later, and he stopped us. He was like, "Wait, everybody, shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck, I'm fired."
And I'm sure that cat was good, was sick.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
but he didn't.
He just didn't know the parts.
Right. He
Yeah.
thought he knew, but
Yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah.
And for those people who made the music, you can't tell them no. Like so he was like, "Hey man, either you get your shit together or you gotta leave." And I looked at Skip and I was like, first off, thank God it's not me. Second off, and
You're like, this guy's the
he
asshole.
left. But then after that, while he was leaving, the other guy came. He came up to me. He was like, "I know you're this new cat in town, and you're like the kid or whatever, but we got you here for a reason one, so play like it." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "I can tell you've been around other people, and they've told you how to play this music, but I also can tell when you're just playing the music how it's supposed to be played."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "How could you tell?" He's like, "Because I can tell when you're fucking not doing it." And I was like, "Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I can actually play these parts." He was like, "That's why we made them."
Yeah. Well, you read music too.
100%.
Yeah. See, like, there's some like dope cats I know that can't read
They
a
know
page.
nothing
That
on the
don't, that
theory
you put a
side,
page in
yeah.
front of them, and it's like, it sucks because it's like I know how talented those guys are, but it's like you're gonna miss out on stuff because of that. It's
Yeah.
just the facts. I mean, and it's
hurts your ability to
Once you
learn
do
the
TV
music.
shows, I mean, I know this because I'm on this side of it too. Once you do TV shows, like you don't. Sometimes when you sub those gigs, you don't fucking audition. That's a homie calling you for a gig, and then they put a book in front of you like you're at a jazz band or a big band tune or a gig, and they sit you down, you read the shit, and you play it how it's supposed to be played, or you're not the guy.
that's how you separate the men from the boys, bro.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
you
for
got to
real.
be able to do both, but equally both, not just one. It's the same thing with the reading cats.
Yeah.
They swear to God, they like just because you play Donna Lee at 250, that you're better than the next, but you can't make Kiss feel good.
Yeah.
and that's a song that everybody knows.
Or your improv chops are just not
Well,
there.
that goes to
Yeah.
like the
like or your ear is fucking terrible.
the
'cause
crazy
you've been reading all
talent
your
because sheer talent's not enough.
Hey, man,
it's not.
it's not.
It's obviously very important, but it's not enough.
Talent will get you in the door. Character will keep you there.
Facts. Facts. Dude, my old band director used to always say, reputation is what people think you are, character is what you really are.
I tell this to every person that I give lessons to. I was like, listen, man, I'm not trying to be the best drummer in the world because that doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
You can have opinions, you can have hard facts, you can have whatever you want. There's no best drummer in the world. I'm not trying to be the best drummer in the world. I'm just trying to be the one you remember.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, I'm trying to be the one you call back.
Dude.
I'm not trying to be the best drummer in the world. I'm trying to be the drummer you miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you like you can really set a tone with your professionalism,
Right.
especially in this realm, because this realm does tend to have a lot of people in it that are
Lean on talent.
half-ass about shit.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
there's
know.
also a lot of ego in it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of egotists in that industry.
And that's what I mean by like, I'm not trying to be the best drummer. I'm trying to be the one you miss. Meaning like, that guy was a good hang and he's talented. That guy doesn't stink on a tour bus and he's talented. That guy can read music and he's talented.
See.
That guy came in knowing his shit and he's talented. It's not just about talent.
Yeah.
I
gotta
want to
be
be the
someone you
one
wanna
you
be
miss.
around.
See,
Oh, he
that's-
was approachable. I can tell him like, I don't want to do that course. And even though that course is there, he didn't fucking bat an eye. He was just like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, dude. That's why I was like totally like when we made the like plans to do it. I was like, I knew I had no question because the hang. That's what I kind of like say. This would be is like it's the hang with mics or
Right.
it's a conversational jam.
Yeah,
Right. It's like
yeah.
because it's like some people can hang with it, some
Right.
people can't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we're trying to be engaging here, but it's like. And it's like for me, it's always engaging because it's like you're doing all kinds of cool shit, so it's fun. But it's like that interaction has to play, and it has to be you have to be live with it. And the hang is like I tell him this, he doesn't understand quite as much as I try to impress on him how important that hang actually is in terms of it's the hang that the reason you're here. It's the hang that keeps you, and then you get the things too. Because I've been asked to do shit that I wasn't even planning to do,
Or
because I was
qualified.
there.
Like I'll tell you this from our generation to yours. Like there's some gigs that you see people on, you're like, how the fuck did he get that gig? And it wasn't because of his talent.
No.
It's because not only sometimes they say, it's not what you know and who you know. That has this much to do with it because I knew this guy was cool. Not just because he's okay on the gig, but I knew he's going to answer the email. I knew he's going to be on time on call time. I know he's going to bare minimum know the music. I know he's not going to be a fucked up attitude. I know all these things. So it doesn't matter what his talent level is. We don't have to be the same talent level. He can be better than me. He can be worse than me. But I know he's going to do these things to get this gig done. And that's what gets the calls. That's why Adam called me for the Bruno shit. He's like, I know he's going to be able to hang. I know he's going to be, I can trust he'll learn it. I can trust he'll be on time, answer the emails, adjust on the fly. Like, it wasn't because I'm up there chopping it like a motherfucker, because we all know.
Well, and
if you know Bruno,
it
it ain't about chops.
No, and it says something too that like they knew the moment wouldn't be too big for you. That's important.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like to not just the normal average Joe type player to get a gig like that would be like, holy, and you're like, nah, I've been there. I play with Supremes. I play with,
Right.
Dadsman. I play with. I'm like, I've been around. I've done it. It's that confidence that comes from the work,
Right?
That you can't fake. You can't fake that shit.
They're not going to put you in a position that you can't handle or where you're going to crash out or get overwhelmed. Like,
and I was going to say,
but
trust
that's him saying that to you. Now imagine y'all having that connection, just being musicians.
Yeah.
Because it's the same damn thing. He's not gonna call you for no shit on the radio that he knows you can't handle. Exactly. He's not gonna call you for anything that's comedy that he knows you can't handle. It's because of the hang.
Yeah.
It's because of the hang.
It's seeing them out in the wild. And
That's what gets those people like, we don't have to interview him or we don't have to ask him. No, we know. Those are the guys that skip the auditions.
Yeah. They get pushed right to cast.
Right, because they're like, oh, no, he's the guy.
Well, and it's like, because like the performance is only part of it. It's like, I want to be enjoying the people I'm around that I'm working with, not just on stage, but off stage. Like, that's part of touring.
Are you chill?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
literally part. If you go on even a 2-week tour and you smell like ass, nobody wants to be on a fucking tour bus where like, this guy's talented as shit, but he smells like straight cheese.
He just sucks to be around.
Like, no, he's gifted as fuck, but he's a drunk ass person, or he's gifted as fuck, but he's got all these girls on the tour bus. Like, no, nobody your hang has to be just as important as your talent. But also another thing with the talent is like, that's where I'm gonna shoot on my city because I'm from here, but other people better not talk about my city. Right, hold it down.
Got to be from here to talk shit.
A lot of the ones that are your generation are missing the part that comes with the talent. And that's, in my generation, we used to have a thing where our parents used to be like, if you take care of your car, it'll take care of you.
Yep.
Right? the musicians in Austin of your generation are missing that part of the talent. It's like you want all the gigs, but you're not doing anything that involves your craft. Are you practicing when you don't have the gigs? While you're waiting on all these calls, or you just want this microwave success? Are you going to people?
Are
who
you
are
supporting the people that you would like to eventually play with? Maybe
Right?
Are you
still
going to?
Showing you're
up
not
for
even
them?
coming to the heavy. There's heavy hitters in Austin.
How there are.
You're not even going to their gigs. So how the fuck do you think you're going to
Like,
go
why do you
to?
anticipate that that's gonna
Right.
Like, you can't just jump up the ladder.
Dennis Chambers
You
can
can't
come
go
to
from
town
1
right
20.
now, and that show won't be sold out. Why?
Because
Because these kids aren't these cats aren't coming to things they want to be successful for. They're not practicing, they're not shedding, they're not toning their craft for when they get the call, because you can have all the big gigs that you can, but if like you said, plus the hang, if I know you can't handle that gig, why the hell I'm gonna call you? And then all the Austin ones that are like local are wondering why all the heavy hang hitters aren't trying to hang around them. Is because like, I know once I try to help your ass, you're not going to try to apply it.
yeah, and it's like you can only lead the horse to water. Right?
Yeah. I can tell you what to shed on, but are you going to go do it?
Yeah.
Like, you want to come to this jam in Austin. You want to go to the homies.
Yeah.
Homies every Thursday. Shout out to homies.
Homies.
Shout out to homies.
So, like, you want to go to that, and then you wonder why some of those heavy hitters that do come in town, or actually on stage, John D's, Matt Mueller, and all those, kind of overlook some of the other ones, is because they know once you get up there, you're not going to know the tunes. It ain't about your talent. If they call a tune right now, they're going to be like, does he know this?
Can you hang? Can you keep pace?
Right.
And the reality is, most of these cats they're
can't.
not ready.
They're
They're not
not.
ready.
Speak to specifically to what I've seen in my age demographic is there's this mentality that you have to do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be all you.
From the
or else
Zers?
it's- From the Zers.
From the
yeah.
Zooms.
You know what the other problem is? I told a lot of...
It makes sense. COVID.
Yeah. You got fucked up.
Dude, fuck
Shout
that.
out to COVID.
You're gonna drive through graduation, bro. This dude didn't have a
That
prom. I mean,
sucks.
it
I
fucking
got-
sucks,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
I got
I'm
I
sorry.
thought
fries
9/11
with my
was
diploma.
bad.
I don't even remember my graduation, so let's nah, that sucks.
Yeah.
And when I say I don't remember, I mean in a good way.
But I think it's really been more detrimental than people realize, and not just in terms of like dating, but just socially.
Or,
like
yeah.
Right.
that generation, you guys are not as socially attuned because you've
You don't
been
go to
more
shit. You don't
in a digital on a
Scared of failure.
screen,
It's a completely different landscape for
less analog.
socialization.
Y'all need more analog.
We need
That's what you need.
analog
Actually,
socialization.
you need and this is not just in music. This is like parenting or anything of kind of your generation and younger. Y'all don't have enough fuck around and find out. Y'all
Yes.
don't have enough fuck around and find out. None of y'all are willing to fail.
What do you got?
I have to make a case. I have to make a case for my age demographic. I'm 25.
She's
so
a Z.
in the
yeah.
Already.
And I was thinking
Some
about
of you are
this.
bad. You're badass. You
I
are
was
badass.
thinking about this on the drive here today, because I've just spent the holidays hanging out with old people, right? And honestly, I was kind of mad at them because I was like, I actually don't think that you guys are doing enough to want to teach me.
Right.
So
And
I
and that's
also-
where the sword starts fighting
Yes.
each other, because old motherfuckers be like, I'm tired of trying to help these motherfuckers, they don't receive it. And then young motherfuckers be like, well, they ain't doing enough to want to teach us. It's like it's both worlds, because I can't want to teach you and you not accept it, but then you can't want to learn more and you don't want to be around it. So it's a double-edged sword. That's why I tell the ones that, again, back to the private lesson thing, like I tell these younger ones, do you want a job or do you want a career? Because if I flip burgers right now at McDonald's for 15 years, is that a job or a career? That's a fucking job.
I mean, but at
That's
that
not a
point,
career.
though, wouldn't that be your perspective? Because if you're choosing to be there for 15 years, you're choosing that to be your career.
No.
I think it depends on the driving factor.
But can you go
like-
anywhere and flip burgers? Are you dispensable?
Yeah.
That's a fucking job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and that's the difference between job and career. When you're doing a career, you're going to fail. You're going to fall on your face. The problem with this timing of generation is they don't know what enough no's is.
Right.
But they want all the yeses. And so when they get one good yes and then they get screwed over, they wonder why they don't want to do it anymore. It's because you never had enough no's. You didn't know what this gig was and not to expect of this gig. You could have stayed away from getting screwed if you would have had all these no's to know, like, they just want you for the money. They just want you because you look young. They just want you because you're talented. They're going to throw you away after 2 gigs. Like, you would have knew that if you would have had enough no's. But because you haven't had enough no's, you don't know what the right yes is.
Yeah. Yo, I eat rejection for breakfast,
What?
dog.
Please. Please. Even kids nowadays, it's like, they fall off the bike, they'll be like, oh, he needs therapy. How did that make you feel? It's like, no, motherfucker, you need a helmet. Like, try it again.
And it's also framing, because it's like, failure you should look at it as a good thing.
Learning.
Right? Because, like, here's like from a comedian standpoint, like, right? Like, I can tell you that I'm probably not unique in this regard. Like, going back when you record your sets, like, it's real easy to go back and watch a good set. You want to immediately go back and watch that.
Shout out to comedians.
A good
too,
set.
Y'all some brave motherfuckers.
You have a bad set. You don't really want to turn that one on. You're not necessarily. But guess where you're gonna learn shit?
It's from that tape.
Bad set.
Yeah.
You're gonna go, you know what I did wrong? I should have paused longer here, or I should have said this word instead of that word, or I should have switched these 2 lines around. Stuff where you're just little.
Fine.
A person that I dated before, like, she said once that it was a great line. I still sticks with me. The magic happens in revision.
Yeah, yeah. But see, like, that's the difference between a job and a career. Because I don't have to learn shit at a job. I can just go in there and flip them burgers. Sick. Feel good, feel bad, whatever. My job is to flip that.
And if that's enough for you, maybe then
great.
Yeah.
Then go flip them burgers.
It depends on where you find that fulfillment.
Right, but that's where Austin musicians are failing. They're doing these cover gigs and treating them like careers. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, do you realize, like, there's heavy hitters that do cover gigs because we need to pay a light bill or 2. But we don't treat it like our career. We come in there treating it like the profession it is, meaning like, this is a job. I got to come in, be a good hang. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this, be on time for this, wear this, do that. And I'm doing it all for this gig. Even though I got to play more or less, whatever it is, I'm doing it for this job, because that's what those wedding gigs are. Because name two weddings outside of musicians. Name 2 weddings that you went to that were like, hey, Uncle Charles was there and Debbie got drunk and there was a band there and they knew everybody in the band. None. They just knew there was a fucking band there. Like,
the radio was on. Yeah.
Right. So you're not going there to be noticed. You're going there to fulfill a job.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it a job and not a career. That's why you have to approach that music as that job. Because when you go play it at this jam and they start fooling around with this course, and if you never knew this music the proper way, that's why you have to hone in on your craft and take care of your craft, because your craft will make your career go far, but a job will just get you $700 a weekend.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is like, even music can be a job. It can be a career or it can be a job.
Facts.
Like, you've made a career.
Right.
And it's like, but some people out here just have a job, and they're gonna struggle. They're gonna be living like measly means, and it's like, you're turning it into something where, see, because I think what you do is what it is in terms of performance, is that you make your living on the road, and then you're at home is where, you can play gigs and you have stuff, but more maybe love of the game shit that you get to do. Because on Thursdays, for instance, like, you're not showing up for. You're showing up because
I want to be there with my homies. I want to hang. I want to play some good music. I want to have some good conversations, some remember when days, and be able to.
And those moments are so beautiful, bro.
They are, but you'll never be able to tell the difference. Is all you're doing is the way, it's playing $700 every weekend that they're telling you to play with, which actually what we said earlier, like, they're not even telling you to learn the real way. They're telling you they wanted to play it like Harry played it. But it's crazy, man. I'm telling your generation, I guarantee you, if you focus on your craft will take care of you. Yeah. Take care of your craft, and that means go to jams, get it wrong. Be okay with your feelings getting hurt, meaning like, hey, bro, you got up here, you played good, but you didn't know the bridge. Yeah. And you got to know that bridge in future. And don't take that
as personal.
No.
Like, you suck.
There's no such thing as failure if you're learning from it.
Be grateful that person cared enough to give you that.
Yeah. Because he could have just been like, all right, bro, sound good.
It's like, all right,
that's how you know we don't care. That's when you know we like, good job. We'll never call that guy again. We'll never call that guy again.
So true.
The critique is the actual compliment.
Yeah.
And I think that that's like one of the things. It's like I started this podcast. This podcast started on me watching my Kill Tony set, which was not good, bad.
But you learned.
But I went back and it's like the only way you ever improve is by looking at your weaknesses and figuring out how do I work on these.
They're not
how do I
failures,
improve?
man. They're learning moments.
Yeah.
You're not failing if it's a learning moment.
Yeah. And I say that too with like, especially in comedy, dude, like guys will write a clean hour and then they'll live off that hour for like 20 years. And then like they never write new shit. And you know why? Because it's uncomfortable trying new shit.
It's like
it may
it's
not
like
work.
A band
It may
touring the
work,
same
kind
album
of.
for 20 years.
You don't know.
See, everybody wants everybody wants change, but nobody wants to do something different. And everybody wants something different, but nobody wants to change. And the only thing both of those two things can exist is if you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You can't change unless you're uncomfortable, and you can't be different unless you're uncomfortable.
It's almost like there's a zone that you're supposed to get out of.
Yeah. Again, everybody wants to change, but they want to do the same thing. It's
People
it's
are
not gonna
like
change.
comfort. It's like, but actually, the discomfort you fear is the growth you seek.
It's the results that you're missing.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what the poison of comfort is? It's stagnation.
You're right. You're always going to be that. You're always going to be just okay.
Comfortably numb.
Yeah.
That's that.
It sucks. But
That's what the guy at McDonald's for 15 years is. He's comfortably numb.
right, he's okay with that. And shout out to those people who just want that as a job, because
we need that in the world.
that's my problem. Isn't you wanting it as a job? My problem are the
I
ones
can't
that
speak Spanish.
right. no, for real though. But my problem is like you can be that guy. That's fine, but don't say you want it as a career and you're not doing anything different.
Yeah. Well, and don't lie to you. Don't lie to. You can lie to us, but you can't lie to yourself.
Right.
Like you know when you're falling short, and you know when like you're not. And I think that's the scariest thing to me, and I'm sure to like most of us, is to be like later, like at some point down the line where you're like the unrealized potential. Like that's the worst thing is
I hate that word
unrealized.
so much.
Like possibility, because you can only get the things, and like with this for us, I mean, like we have weeks where our reels do fucking great. We have weeks where it's like fucking this is like not good, but it's like, oh, I learned, like, or this was how are we doing this? How are we posting? What times? Like all these things building up something, like, and it's all craft with whatever it is.
Bigger picture, the North Star idea of not looking at the forest or the trees.
Right.
Like if you are recognizing like, hey, if you work hard at something, over time, no matter what, it will get better.
Yeah.
It is just a law of nature.
And it's also get over yourself.
Right, man. It's that's another thing I tell the private student kids is like you have to be okay with sucking, because there's no way you get better. Like if you want to get better with your left hand, there's no way you get better with it until you suck at it.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to be okay with sucking at something.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you don't. If you're gonna practice it for like 5 seconds and then go back to your comfortable stuff. Because you're not okay.
Yeah, it's
with
like
sucking.
this is hard. Well, I'll just go back to
And another thing is like you don't want to slow it down.
Right,
You don't want to go to
right.
tempo learn it.
Right.
Because
You're like,
everything that sounds insane is just something pretty easy, just sped up.
Right.
Like, all these, like, you see drummers do these insane things. It's like, that's fuck. It's like, really, all this actually is like some simple sticking pattern
So
everybody learned in like
variation
6th
of-
grade.
Yeah.
And sped up on multiple drums
Right.
and, with multiple limbs. It's obviously, there's complexities.
But that goes back to
the
honing your
baseline
craft.
of it is, and it's, dude, you know what changed the dynamic for me was when I started thinking of it as motion less than notes, where like, because what we're doing is that the 4-way independence as a drummer is like one of the hardest things to really master.
Yeah.
And specifically on my bass drum.
Yeah.
On the kick.
Because
the
everybody
kick
has theirs.
touch on the kick is what I say this. I've said this before. It's really the distinction between a great drummer and an average or not that great drummer.
Because that's the pulse of the music.
What kind of
right there.
dynamic contrast and control do they have on their kick?
Right.
Because if you like, it's all like, come on.
Yeah.
Man.
Are you even playing the room, buddy? No. Or if there's a big room, are you feathering? Like play the drum, bro. Or like you got it. It's the same thing with left hands. Like that's why I always teach a little bit after medium ones to start the way they want to start their left hand journey. I'll be like, from now on, when you crash, use your left hand. Because most likely when you're doing a fill, you're going to finish with your right hand.
Yeah.
But in order to stop doing that, you have to change your sticking pattern to finish with your left hand.
Yeah.
When you start doing that, that then later on it's not gonna matter. Then you it's not a thought. You can just finish whatever hand.
And it's neuroplasticity, right? Like if you are working on something, whether it be, you know, your craft, your day-to-day, you know, habits that you're forming, like if you're going down the same path every day, like it's worn out, it's an easy path to travel.
Yeah.
But if you form a new path and, you know, you're cutting down the weeds and it's difficult at first, eventually it'll start to look like
when it
the other
gets easier,
path.
when you break through though, you're like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's where that failure comes from.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, I felt this for so long, and now I can
You're like, I can
do it.
hang.
Yeah, now I can do this shit. But like that comes with a process too. It's like, I just hate it.
There's a hypothetical I like to ask people, which is, would you rather instantly know be a master at every instrument in the world or every language? And for me, I always answer that language because I hate learning languages. Like it's never clicked for me. But the process of learning an instrument, something that I care about, like the actual struggle of that is fulfilling.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't be happy with just being.
I
want to
be a virtuoso that uses Google Translate, dude.
And apply it to drums, and all of a sudden,
Dude,
yeah.
look at the headphones now. It translates real time or
I
the
fucking
screen.
wish.
But
Fucking
there's
bro.
also that feeling of earning it. Like if you don't.
Yeah,
earn
well,
it,
that's the thing that gives it value.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like anything given to you is never. And it's like that's why I say like the cats that pop young, you know, like you see like what Cam was over here on Wednesday, comedy, but like he's like so young, but I mean he's
skyrocketed,
and it's cool and good for him. But it's like the cat that did it for 15 or 20 years before he got something going really is gonna. He's never gonna. I don't think a younger cat's gonna be able to ever appreciate it the way that a guy that has that work with it, because it's like that work builds you. That's why I said with you with like
it doesn't have that
getting
personal
a
meaning
gig with
to
Bruno.
it.
Right.
It's like you're like, while you're honored, I'm sure, to get that
100%
call
every time.
You're also like, yeah, damn right. Let's
Appreciate
do
the
this.
call.
Let's do this.
Let's get to
I'm
work.
not. It's not bigger than me. That's the thing is like to be in a room in any moment and like always feel like you belong there,
Right.
And just own it, because that's a big part of it too. I think is the ownership of what you're doing with it. You know, because that to me, you know, people are gonna. Some people may or may not like you. With you, it's a little more objective because like as a great player, like comedy's a subjective thing. Being a great drummer is pretty objective. You either are or you aren't.
Like you can
Right.
recognize the skill and talent. Like it might not be everybody's cup of tea musically. Like they might not put it on their playlist, but
Yeah.
they
Well,
can
I'm
actually
sure-
still recognize the skill set.
100%. I filled in
Uh-huh.
for a lot of like comedy shows coming up as well, and even for Mike for like 3 or 4 episodes. But like it was, I mean I see it, and I can kind of distinguish the difference, but I can also relate it to music and then be like, oh, I get it.
yeah.
'Cause
There
that
is a
happens
common
to us.
language
Yeah.
to it for sure.
That's the same thing that happens to us. So I can
Mm-hmm.
kind of understand the language if I got the basics of, you know,
Yeah.
Rosetta Stone down.
Well, in comedy, I mean, it's very rhythmic, and it's like some people don't get it because it's like
Rhythmic, but also tension
there's
and
beats.
release.
You know, you have like, and like you when you say jokes, you know, there's kind of a rhythm and a timing that you're going with. That's why hecklers suck, because they throw timing off.
yeah, I
You
can
know-
understand that.
Yeah, like
It's like all you're doing is heckling at that point.
like some people think like I'm not afraid of the silence. In fact, sometimes I'm like deliberately trying to use silence to do something. You know,
Weapon.
And
you
if
gotta
you're in that space, crowding it, it's like
You
Yeah.
got to start at a baseline for you able to get to that high point. Yeah. If you're constantly up there, like there's no dynamic range.
Yeah, I tell drummers that all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
when they're soloing, they're like, how do I just make my solos like colorful or more of a story? And I'm like, are we rated PG-13 or can I say it?
whatever you
the
want.
fuck you.
Okay, cool. I'm like, dude,
please.
you gotta think about it as sex, bro.
Yeah.
Don't no fucking woman want a dude that's gonna come in there and
Just-
do all the positions in 30 seconds. and then bust in 45. It was like no, like they're gonna
She
want
wants a
some,
good pocket.
Right. She wants the give and take. She wants the pleasure and not pleasure. She wants the
She wants to work sometimes. She wants to be done work on sometimes.
yeah, like you can't just go in there
have it all.
every single time and be like 37 positions in 30 seconds. Let's go.
110%. Let's go.
Oh no, bro. It has
Well,
to
and
be
you
a
can do
story.
all these dazzling things, but can you just do the basics?
But that's why soloing terrible with some
The whole
drummers.
song can't be a solo. I say this. The whole song can't
and
be a
even
solo.
your solo section can't just be like, and then like
Missionary
you have
is
nowhere to
4
go.
on the floor.
You have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go.
No, it is really
I
though.
like that analogy. I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah, like I say that comedy was like sex too, because it's like I want the crowd, I want you to enjoy it, but
Right.
like even if you don't, like just fake it. It's
Right.
fine. I'm fine.
It's fine.
Just soothe my ego.
You're gonna run into a position that you didn't know about.
Dude. No, yeah.
You find
then
something new.
You might even like getting choked after this. So like,
I told you, people
never
showing
know.
people things they didn't even know they liked.
You might not
That's what I
know.
said.
And then you're like, I guess I can do this. And then they're enjoying. Now both parties are happy. So like, so it's the same thing, man.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and I'm glad that we can have both of those fields combine and relate because it's important.
It's magical that they can coexist.
I thought it was funny to just like for like Sosa and Matt Mueling and stuff. It's like, guys, isn't it great? You get to finally get to MSG like as a musician, and it
Right.
was for a comedy show.
Right. Never in your life did you. I told Mike this too. Oh, we were on the phone like a week or two ago. I was like, never in your life did you think the second I can say I made it, it's because I was playing a fucking comedy show. And it was like, you thought it was going to be like some Led Zeppelin shit, huh?
Dude.
Same thing, different field.
That's how those things came together, because like as somebody who was in the comedy scene prior to like the change with COVID and do you need the rest of it?
Yeah,
go for
keep it going.
Prior to the change with COVID and stuff and all that, like it was a different scene, and then it changed, bro. And it's like we're here in this new scene now, and it's just I lost my train of thought because he fucking threw me off, but yeah, it's definitely like prior to, it was a different comedy scene to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, but also I feel like the music world and the comedy world weren't really mingling a whole lot at that point.
Not a lot.
Yeah, I mean some for sure, but then all of a sudden I think it felt like with the Kill Tony stuff, and then like for a while they were coming on Mondays to Gallery, with Michael Hale, and like that's where I originally met Deez was on Mondays.
Yeah, doing
that was
Michael
like my
stuff.
first exposure to the Gallery, and shout out to Deez too, bro, because seeing him as a lead, as like the front man, like just mature over these last few years. Because I'm not gonna say that he didn't have that talent like prior, but like, I would see him with Michael Hale, and Michael Hale's kind of running the ship, which makes sense. It's Mondays, but like, and then Deez came in on Thursdays, and he started doing that his Thursday thing, and then it grew it, and it's like it was Atkins there for a while, which it's unfortunate that he's not around anymore. It's we love you if you're listening, Jay. You're the shit, bro. I love him. He's so talented. He's fucking talented. So, but it was sad that he's not necessarily there. But kind of then Deez, from that point, it started to like just I've seen him turn into like such a great. He's running, and like all the moving parts you're talking about on a Thursday, which are like high level machinery, like just like very like fine-tuned parts of a very complex engine that's operating at a high level. It's like a fucking it's like a Formula One car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so seeing him run that, I could like he's dope.
I've known D since I was 19, and I'm not gonna tell you how old I am now. I'm 37.
Yeah,
But
it's a good age.
that motherfucker did not run away from growth. Anything he felt, heard, saw, anything that failed, that he felt like he needed to grow in, he was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it. It might take a while. It might not take a while, but I'm gonna figure it out. And he always does.
Bro.
And he always does.
Those
Shout out
cats
to
that
Deez,
just
man.
Bro, he
step
did
up to
Team
the
America
plate.
at Moody Arena the
it
other
was
night.
great, yeah. It was fantastic.
America.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Dude, I actually
Freedom is the only way.
I was like, I had one I needed to send her because it was like
It's the same thing with Mike too, though. But like I knew I was at a gig and Mike did not know how to play drums. I shit you not. I was in college and I was doing a church gig, and then Mike was like, I don't even know why the fuck he was there, but he was just there, and he just some short ass dude comes up to me. He was like, "Hey man, you play drums really good. I'm trying to do this for a living." I was like, "You sure?" Because I was like, I mean, I'm down to grow together, but where you want to start? He was like, "No, I don't know how to play drums at all." I was like, "Oh wait, you're like nothing. He was
Like, have you sat behind a kid before?
No, he did not know how
No.
to nothing. I was like, well, I'm willing to grow if you are. And we took each other's hands and was like, yeah, like he got it out of the mud, but it was because he wasn't scared to grow, scared to fail, scared to. He wasn't doing it, and he applied himself, and look where he's at.
He's
Arenas,
dude, yeah.
stadiums.
He's made it.
Yeah,
For real.
I mean, he's also like the level of experience and like type of different people he's played with too. At this point, I mean, he's been all over the map with
all
it too.
over the map. And
Yeah.
and to tell you the truth, because he has
Sir
that grounded,
Woman and- yeah.
because he has that ground of mentality, that's where your career grows. Because if me and you were to minus the cameras, if we were to hop on FaceTime with Mike right now, he would still feel like man, I don't know if I'm, I gotta grow more. I gotta do this. I don't know if I'm making it. I'm like, dog, you are the drummer now. Like, you are him. You just have a mentality of growth.
People don't
and
know
hunger.
John's a solid drummer. Most people.
100%.
Most people don't
Same
know
thing
that.
with John. John is a drummer, producer, keyboard player, plays organ, bass, makes songs, writes songs, and everybody just doesn't know that. And I'm like, if you set up a kid right the fuck now, John will be able to hang with half, if not most,
Yeah.
of the drummers in Austin.
Yeah.
And it's keeping that
annoying.
it's
It's
keeping that
annoying.
hunger
It's
going,
annoying.
like that you called it like the growth mentality. It's that hunger of like wanting to get better and like always being your own worst critic, which can definitely hurt you in some ways.
It can, but like I had to do that with Mike. I was like, bruh, I know you in this growth mode because you always have been, but I don't know too many people growing playing with Jelly Roll. So, like you need to embrace that. Like, be where your feet are.
Yeah.
Because you can still have a growth mentality and be where your feet are.
Yeah, it's that balance, and we've talked about this with the cast. Like, it's recognizing one, like there's more growth to be had, like there's more progress that can occur, but also like taking the time to be like, okay, shit, like I've come a long ways, like recognizing where you're at now compared to where you started
Where
at.
you were, yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's-
having that balance in your head.
You
And
went
he's
from
still-
not having sticks in your hands to playing with Keith Urban. Stop it.
Yeah, dude. Well, and like, I feel like D's too quietly is just like everybody fucking knows him too now,
Yeah.
dude. Like, just the people that roll in sometimes on Thursdays, dude. You're
your
like,
friends
fucking
got
shit.
Grammys or like I know you want to
Bro.
grow too, but I was like, I told him this about these songs he's about to put out, John.
On the spot.
He
Come
was
on.
like, man, we went. It was his birthday, I think. We were just sitting
Yeah.
in the car shooting shit, and then he started showing me records, and I was like, dog, let's put this out. He was like, put this out, and I was like, yeah, but let's get it out there. He was like, I've had this tune for like 10 years,
Bro.
and I'm like, what? He
Man.
opens his phone. I shit you not, 957 tunes.
Jeez,
Of-
dude.
and that's just on his phone, not on his hard drive or
Bro.
anything that he has not released,
Yeah.
shown, or even tried to. Some of them he even thinks he didn't finish, and I'm like, this is done. Put it out there. So like that mentality will keep the growth and the career going.
Yeah.
But you still have to be where your feet are.
Well,
Yes.
it's like one of his strengths is he's experimental. He's willing to be experimental and doing whatever he's doing. Because what they've done with Thursdays, bro, is like, because I mean, I've been kind of there. I'm like OG homie, dog.
Right.
Like Atkins homied me. I was homified by Atkins. So OG, but like seeing it like how it's evolved.
Right.
And I'm like, I say this, I'm like, I keep thinking they can't raise the bar, and then they just like, it's like, because it's like,
They figure it out.
like guys like you and like just like big time heavy talented people roll through, and every time a new piece gets put in, it's a different
Yeah.
thing.
But you know that all goes back to what we talked about the first time. They're not scared to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to fuck around and find out if you're going to be successful.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to know what no yet, not enough knows, or you might not know what the right yes is.
Yeah. And would you say that like for those that you would be giving this advice to, like take calculated risks? Like
Yeah,
like don't just
yeah.
take.
Don't just
I'm gonna
put
try
no
to do a
shit out
fucking
there.
crazy.
Yeah, that'll
take
get you fired.
calculated risks, guys.
That'll get you
Calculate.
fired.
But because
Yeah.
I'm trying to like fine tune what you're saying, because like I agree with you. Like you
Right.
got to take risks.
If you're writing a song and you know you got a chorus, verse, and a bridge,
Yeah.
but you just don't know how to end the song, Try it at a bar.
Yeah.
And see how they react. See if you need to, because you might have to cut that verse.
Yeah.
Or you might have to cut this bridge. It was like they was liking it and they kind of went like this on the bridge. Like try it.
Or
and
something
then,
that might be like your favorite part of the song turns out to not go whatsoever. Like
what you thought was a verse should be the chorus.
Yeah.
Like you never know until you fuck around and find out. Like so
Yeah.
like
That's
you like
where-
that, don't you?
That's where comedy and
I
music
feel like you
have
fuck
such
around
in
and find
common.
out a lot. I'm just saying. She's like, I'm not scared of failure. I will
Fat
fail
folk.
because I'm going to succeed. That's the vibe you're giving me. I'm gonna succeed.
It's why I'm sitting in this.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Well,
'cause
and
she's-
you're doing like some cool shit. You've been doing
But-
shit at the mothership too, right? Yeah. That's
but
fucking. See,
that
that's
goes
like,
back
and
to
you're just.
that goes back to what we were saying. Were you scared to fail?
No.
You might be scared of mistake, but like, were you scared to be like, I'm gonna try this shit and whatever the fuck happens, happens?
I'm scared that like that I might like hurt somebody in that failure, but other than that, it's just.
I mean, everybody's not
scared
gonna
for
like your
yourself.
songs.
Right.
If I relate that to music, everybody's not gonna like your songs, but somebody is.
So I'm in the EDM scene.
Right.
So I have a lot of friends that are DJs and aspiring to produce music. And I kind of am getting this vibe where like there's like a Greek myth, if you will, for a musician to have this catalog of music that goes unreleased forever per se. You know, it's part of this whole like people accepting your levels of experimentality. How do you find a balance between like unreleased and releasing? I don't know if there's a question in there, but like
Yeah, I know what you're saying because it's the
Not
same-
everything is going to get released.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Not everything is going to get released, but on the other side, you never know what somebody likes until you do what they don't know.
Yeah.
Meaning like if I'm at a bar gig and I got a residency and I'm just doing cover gigs, is that a cover gig or is that if I'm just doing cover songs, is that a cover gig or is that a bar gig? Like, no, it's a cover gig just at a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to start doing stuff. They're never going to find out my tunes if I don't do cover my song.
Yeah.
Cover, song they know.
Yeah.
Cover song.
Well, it's
then
like
something they
build
don't
some
know.
trust,
Like,
build some.
You got to build that trust, but you also got to find a way to gamble.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find a way to gamble because you never know if you're going to hit the 7 until you roll the dice.
Yeah.
100% of the shots that aren't made are the ones that aren't taken.
yeah.
Ask that hot chick for her number, dude. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
she
saying?
might tell you no.
She probably will.
What happens if
Might
she
get
say
you
The
yes?
worst she could say is no.
Yeah, because then you what happens, and then think on the other side of it. You'll never know what to do on the positive side of it because you've never gotten that far when she was to say yes. It was like,
Yeah.
well, now that you got the yes,
you
what are you gonna do
You
about
almost
it?
have to like believe, like you just have to expect that any outcome that comes, and like
Right.
just put yourself whatever. Like I'm not. To me, it's like that's the thing. I think the biggest thing. It's like when you stop being so outcome oriented and start getting more process oriented.
Yes.
that the
Trust the
outcomes are a
process.
byproduct of process.
Yes.
So process is really where everything lives.
Process, and that comes with the whole take care of the car, take care because you got to change the
Change
oil
the oil.
one time. You gotta put gas in it this time.
Yeah.
You might have to do the rotors or whatever the case
Need
may
some
be.
Freon, dog.
Right. I might have to do it a couple 3 times, but then I know what not to do when I get this other
Yeah.
one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with the landing the chick number. It's like now that I got her number, as soon as you get the number, you
Yeah.
can't just be like, oh shit, what do I do now?
Yeah.
You can't get to that point.
Yeah,
and
then
then
you're
fuck.
and it's gonna actually be worse than a no.
Well,
So,
it goes back to the moment can't be bigger than you.
Yeah.
So you gotta be like, yeah, of course
You
she
gotta act
said
like
yeah.
Act like you've been there before.
Whether or not you believed that, but like, and then just act accordingly, move that way.
I
'cause
think
you're like,
metaphors are fucking missing nowadays in generations. It's like because everything the older folks want to teach the younger ones, and the younger ones that are objecting the older ones, all go back to metaphors we all know.
Yeah.
And grew up on. You don't
Yeah.
know until you try.
Right.
yeah.
See?
Well, and I think like I believe like everybody has to stay open to other generations having things to teach.
Right.
Because I think that
Going
the
both
moment you
ways.
think you've got it all
Old
figured
people
out.
piss me off with that. though. I mean, I'm not completely old yet, but like
Well,
old folks piss me off with that shit. They'll be
It's
"Let me
like
tell you
because
something,
it's
nephew."
like because they've calcified in their
Their
whatever
way.
comfort,
Right.
Because if you're in a comfort zone long enough, eventually you calcify into it, and that's it. That's your.
Also,
that's you.
that's what worked for you, dog. Like,
Yeah.
that's not. I can tell a younger one how to succeed, and then they take what they need out of it. so they can succeed, not like do it this way or you die. Now
Yeah,
there
it's not
are
a blueprint, it's a guidance.
Yeah, it's not a it's I mean it's the same thing with parenting. If we had a how to do that shit, we'd all be fucking successful right now. But because every kid's different, every kid is different colors, different everything is different. So nobody can tell like you per se like, hey, you need to be doing it this way. It was like that worked with your kid. My kid ain't got that much attention span.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah,
out.
my kid. You can tell your kid to sit the hell down.
Yeah.
Mine is probably not gonna sit the hell down.
There's
Well,
no
not my kid.
universal
She
puzzle
will.
piece
Zariah, if you don't
fits.
listen to me, it's gonna be broken. But girl, dad. But yeah, that I think that's the answer is like keep fucking around and finding out, but mix it into stuff they do know because they're never gonna want to try something until they know they're gonna get what they like first.
Yeah, and the building trust and trying, I think, is the best.
Use their pro against
Yeah.
them.
part. Yeah.
They're like, oh, we know we're gonna go for this and this and that, and then you try a new song. That's the same vibe, but then they're like, shit, I think I know this. They lying out their ass. I think I know this.
Yeah.
Who's this? And then they fuck around and find out. I was like, that was your shit. Oh,
Right.
Well, if you get real good with it, you make it seamless where you go into your shit without them. They're like, oh, wait, what is this shit? And you're
Yeah.
like, before they know it.
and that's when
You're
you
like,
fuck
I already
around and
got
find
you.
out.
Yeah.
You're already
Too
captured.
late now. Your feet are moving. Your head
You're
is
already
bobbing.
in it.
I got you, son
Yeah,
bitch.
I mean, because that's what people want. Because I think I don't know if you said this exactly, but to allude to like what you want as like a performer, you want to leave people with a feeling. It's like Maya Angelou, right? Like people won't remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Right.
True.
It
like,
is.
It's like, so
You know,
you want to
that's-
leave people with that feeling.
I brag about that with Southern musicians, whether it's from Tennessee all the way to Texas to Georgia and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I found this out the hard way touring too. A lot of places when you go, they'll be like, man, how did you do this and this and that? It's like, well, in the South, especially in Texas, the hard thing about us is we play to feel good, not sound good. Like, and then when you I experienced this the first time I was in LA. They was like, man, you didn't do anything different. It just felt a little different. I was like, well, the word you're looking for is feel.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't playing to sound good. See, there's a lot of places that are commercial, Philly, LA, New York. Those are commercial places that are musical. Those are music cities. But then they'll
Cutthroat,
wonder,
too.
right? And then they'll be like, you know, that's what makes you stand out from the other ones that aren't cutthroat or whatever. Like they're looking for that one guy. But then when you go in there, you're wondering why you sound different. It's because those musicians drop 40.
Yeah.
Like they got Kobe, Julius Erving, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and everybody feel like they gotta drop 40 when there's only one ball to go around.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, we're not gonna all drop 40. But if he's got the gas in Texas, if he's got the gas and he's leading it, we're gonna give it to him.
Yo,
We gotta
2014
get
San
behind him.
Antonio Spurs, the
Yeah.
beautiful game, bro. You ever
Yeah.
see? You know the beautiful game?
Yes,
dude.
yes.
The way they play basketball, that team. Oh my gosh, because you see all the teams where it's like the ball dominant, the James Hardens and the shit. It's like that team played such unselfish basketball.
What?
And in music, it's the same. Like if you're unselfish, you
same.
can make things that
Since
just.
we talking about basketball, and I did play in college, but like
Did you?
100%.
Where?
HT.
what?
Houston Tilson.
Oh, okay.
So like,
My man.
so like, people won't understand. Dirk was the hardest playoff run ever. Do you know how many gauntlets he had to
2011?
go through?
Yeah, that was-
Do you know how many gauntlets he
I
had to beat?
I begrudgingly must give him his flowers
He had
for
to
that.
beat Brandon
He was-
Roy
he
and
was great
Marcus
that year.
Aldridge in the first round. Then the second round, he beat coming off a championship Gasol and Kobe and team.
And then
And
the
then-
OKC fucking juggernaut when they had
Juggernaut.
3 future MVPs on the same team.
That was Harden,
early
Durant,
career.
and then he went and beat the other juggernaut,
Heatles.
which was the Heatles, and like dog, like that wasn't because he was going in there trying to be drop 40 every night. He was playing his role,
Dude, you know what people forget about Timmy D? He's one Jesus Shuttlesworth 3 away from 6 rings.
One.
From Jordan.
One.
Where he would have been in the Jordan, because he needed one more to get
still
in the
is,
Jordan
in my
conversation.
book, like-
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's another one. He's a great, another example because he's like, his nickname was the Big Fundamental. And the Spurs never played like sexy basketball. They just played effective. And like, I remember I did
they got rings.
I did a roast in New York. and it was NBA themed. So I was Spurs, and I went up against the Lakers. And the guy gave me the like typical Spurs are boring, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what's not boring? Winning.
Right. I'll tell you what ain't boring.
That ain't boring at all.
I'll never get tired of
So
that
you
shit.
go do your flashy shit while we win just playing, doing the basics right.
Ginobili might
playing
drop
defense.
40, and then the next day he
Well,
might have.
it's
He might
the
not.
not sexy things that make the difference. And I don't think that's limited to basketball. I think in anything,
Boring is a process.
the not sexy part, it's the practice. It's
Yeah.
that's where
Being okay with sucking.
Like Jordan's, like my highlights didn't start like at the free throw line. They started in the gym. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's where you go.
That's where it
The
is.
shed.
I hope I did answer your question. By the way, I'm like, okay, cool,
Absolutely,
cool,
yeah.
cool.
Because it's just like my best friend. He studied music in school, and his career is. His current job is just nothing to do with music, but he's been making tunes for 10 years, and it's just like, hey man, fucking do something
Right,
with that.
like, it's time, bro.
Do
Well, and I
something
That's why
with
I
it.
hate the word. Oh fuck! I'm gonna get in trouble. I hate the word potential. I fucking hate it. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Because people don't see that word for the full definition. Meaning, like, just as much as it can be good, it can be bad. Meaning, like, he's 7 foot. He can touch a rim without jumping. He can do that. Yeah, but that motherfucker don't want to play basketball.
No, he doesn't have the drive.
Like, he doesn't
have the
care, give a
want.
shit to play basketball.
yeah.
But because he has the potential to be a great height and asset and all this other shit, like, you can be great. You can have the potential just to do as much shit as you don't want to do.
Yeah.
It's the want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's even there's that child psychology of like if you see a kid that's gravitating towards something, whether it be like art or music, it can be more detrimental to emphasize that.
I
in
hate
their
that
life.
shit. And I did
Yeah.
it. I'll tell the story, but I won't say who. Even if I did, it wouldn't matter. But I had a kid like that at the house, and he was like for a month or two straight. He said it. He was like, "Man, my mom is kind of making me do this. It's because all my uncles and all this, and the sensitivity of 2025. You can't be making kids do shit, especially at your house. So I was like, I'm not about to make you do anything you want to do, bruh. I'll keep the biggest secret you ever want to do. So what do you want to do? I got a switch in there. We can play Mario Kart for gushers if you want to. And for a month straight, every Monday, we were just in there going ham.
That's hilarious.
Because he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But because all his uncles wanted to do it and succeeded, and his dad wanted it and all that shit, that doesn't mean he could have that potential.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he wanted to do it.
Well, that's what I
You
talk
can't
about
live
too.
vicariously through your kid.
No.
When people try to like turn their kid into a prodigy or whatever, like it's almost like you can't force a kid to have a proclivity for anything. You just have to notice if they do, and if it's there, help them nurture it.
Right.
Yes.
I
Because,
I got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh, your daughter's gonna be dope, isn't she?" I'm like, if she wants to
to
be,
play.
like,
Yeah.
I was never gonna put my daughter through
Yeah.
that, and I swear I was
Maybe
like,
she'll wanna play flute.
Now I did say right, and she wants to, and to this day she's 9, but she wants to do something completely opposite of music.
Yeah.
But I told myself and other people, I was like, the day she does, look me in my face and say, "Dad, I want to make music my living. I swear to everything in me, she's gonna hate me for the rest of her life."
Now you're Yoda.
Yeah, 'cause that's when it turns. But I'm not gonna do that until you tell me you want it.
Yeah.
So that I hate that, and I hate potential.
Just don't
I
fuck
hate
around
both.
and find out because you're gonna find out.
Don't tell me you want it because you gonna fuck around and find out.
And you're putting these expectations on them to be this great thing because you want them to be that.
Okay.
And it's not that
In
at
fact,
all.
I got a question for you guys so I can learn. Since we're talking about generations, how do I understand the difference between something that y'all want, which is goals, needs, or whatever the hell the case is, on a higher level, but how do I give my side or the advice that I want to give if it's not going to be with some fuck around and find out?
I think that's a good chunk of it for sure. It's
How do I give that?
That's the bitter thing you got to swallow.
How do I help? How do I? Y'all tell me how to help somebody so I can learn that wants to do the things, but that's gonna take fuck around and find out, and they don't want to fuck around and find. How do I do it?
It's getting to the root of why they don't want to, like whether it's a fear aspect or if it's just a lack of motivation.
I can
Or
understand
ego,
that.
maybe ego.
But I'm saying
Ego
like if
too.
I don't know you.
Oh, completely.
Like if I don't know you, we're two different generations. You tell me something you want to do musically, and I'm gonna tell you something. You take it so far left to where it was either emotional, pride, or whatever the case, fear, whatever the case may be. I can't help what triggered you, but I can just tell you, and then it's up to you to fuck around and find out. But if I know you're not willing to fuck around and find out, how am I supposed to help you? Because I had a student who said he was really wanting to do this, and he was young. And he wanted to do it. And I was like, when you come over here, I'm going to do a whole lot of shit that you don't like and ain't going to like from the beginning. Because I set up kick, snare, and hat for both of us. And he was like, where are the rest of the drums? I'm like, see, rule number one, you already got it twisted. This isn't about eye candy. This is about growth.
Yeah, we're just doing the basics here.
Right. So
It's
he
starting
We
never
were just talking about this with Joel. Like,
never
what do you
came
really
back.
need? Because he asked that.
Yeah.
Maybe the only thing you might add would be a ride. But if you're really getting basic,
kick, snare, and hat.
Kick, snare, hat.
But he never came back. And I never threatened him or I never did. All I did was set up kick, snare, and hat in 30 minutes. And he was like, well, why do you think we're doing all this? And I was like, well, before you get to this, you got to know this. And then all the stuff in between, we can get there. But
Yeah.
if you don't even know this, then that's where it starts. He didn't want to fuck around and find out.
can't-
I never saw him again. So how do I help you fuck around and find out?
Gotta make it a little more dopamine, a little more fun. Like I used to teach adults how to swim, people who never knew how to swim. So there's a clear like you got to get past the fear first, their
Right.
conditioning, to then get to any position of progress.
And I want to, but like he said, if the learning process can either one be boring or too hard, I can't make you not want that because it comes with the getting better.
Yeah.
So kick, snare, and hat is boring. I don't care how you can make it fun after you get advanced, but you're not on the advanced level yet.
Yeah, you
And
gotta
maybe
walk
it's
before you can
maybe
run
it's like
something.
emphasize because what you're saying dopamine is like small wins, right?
So
Yeah.
it's we need
Emphasize small
sandwiches.
wins, maybe.
Ah,
Like
Compliment
really,
sandwiches.
those are good.
So
Yeah,
it's
they're
the
delicious.
it's the hey you're holding the sticks, great. I didn't have to look at the way you held the sticks, but every note you hit sucked.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You
Well,
know,
like
it's
and
like,
break
oh,
it down
okay.
to like you want to do what I do. This. I'm telling you how to do it. Like if you
I tried that,
realistically
and that's
want
why
to
I'm
be.
asking them because that didn't work, and it's only with that one person.
Well, but it's also like the instant gratification, and I think the small wins because you're onto something. I think
Yeah.
with like somehow conveying to them, and then whenever maybe those little wins do hit, you're like really emphasize. See, this is great because that's process, and it's like it's hard to impress upon somebody the value of the work in a like a bird's eye view. Because especially when you're young, you just like it's really hard to impress upon somebody like, no, look, if you stick at this, and especially when you're young and you have plasticity and like
Right.
learning new
Yeah.
things is
Yeah.
easier for you. So this is a better time to do it.
I had it the opposite of your way. I think I have it the opposite of your way. Mine was like after you tried it, and even if you sucked at it, mine was like, see, now that you know that it's possible, let's keep making it possible. But that's where the opposite. It wasn't what I was doing, and still probably not. But it's like giving it to you before you even try. I suck at that. No, motherfucker, try it. I'm not gonna compliment some shit you ain't even try. I don't care if you fail,
Yeah.
but try.
But see,
Yeah.
it's like well, and two, it's like especially if I'm paying, right? So
Right.
it's like if I'm paying, it's because I want you to help me feel special and that I'm on the right track.
It's my job to make you feel special.
If I'm paying you to teach me something,
throw a symbol at their head.
Yeah, it's like I'm not. You're not paying me to make you
'Cause
for therapy.
but I'm also not. I'm not paying you to be you.
You're actually paying to come to me. So.
But I don't. But because I want to learn from.
Oh
you.
no, I see what you mean. Be
Well,
you.
like
I
where
get it. I get it.
where do
I get
you
it.
feel your responsibility is as the educator to the student who shows up? You can't give
my
the,
job is to get you to wherever you said you want to be, but
Like-
I can't do that.
But do you believe
without-
it's your job to like inspire a little bit too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean by like get
Yeah.
to you. I have to inspire for you to get you what you want out of where you want to be.
Yeah.
But if I can't
Dude,
do
get
that,
Bruno on FaceTime and just be like, hey,
you want to be here or not?
Hey, come on, man. Yeah.
That was crazy.
bro.
You gotta put, but yeah, going to what Val was saying, like you gotta put a little bit of sugar in the water just to get them to come back.
Damn, that's crazy.
But not to the point where you're not.
Is that the time we're
Growing.
living in though? Because I'll adjust. But
Yeah.
back then we no damn sugar in the water. Either you wanted to or you didn't. And what came with wanting to is gonna be good. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be terrible. But you can't tell me you want to do something. That's like me telling him, I want that drink, but I don't want to open it.
Yeah.
That's actually, you're describing my generation.
And it's like I want this.
Say that I want that drink, but
This one right here.
Yeah.
You're drinking from it. It's like, I want it. I know it tastes good.
Yeah.
And I know it's fucking delicious. It's going to give me the energy. It's probably going to get me through
you-
that
do
workout.
you want one?
Might lose it. I mean,
do you want one? I have
Not
one.
if you
Like
have to
legit, I
open
got
it.
two of them.
I'll
so
do it.
You
but,
want one?
But if I wanted it, I'd tell you or I'd go get it. But the case is like
Asking you shall receive, brother.
That's word right there. That's scripture. But yeah. So like, but that part, like, I feel like the generation we're messing with now is like, dog, I swear I want to be for you, just like you're for yourself. But you gotta at least want to, because who says you turn this can, you sip it, and you're like, actually, this shit was gross.
That happens to me a lot.
It's like you fucked around and find out something you actually thought you wanted is either different, have to go about it different, or I really did not want that. But I can't
But you
make you want to.
tried.
Oh,
That's-
exactly.
I
Like
think-
that's what I hate the sugar water shit for. Is like that's like saying, for example, parenting again. All these fucking schools are making these kids be on diets and have all this other shit. I'm like, as a teacher, do you know what the fuck did you ate before school? Them ugly ass cinnamon toasts or that big ass Texas toast with cheese on it.
No shade, but Pop-Tarts every day.
Every day. You had Cookie Crisps. You had cookies for breakfast. And did you come out fine? Absolutely. So you're trying to put these kids on something that you're even restraining their fun.
Yeah.
What they need to go through. It's like you can't say they don't like this type of candy and they never tried and they're like, actually I don't like it.
I want to clarify a little bit when I said sugar water, because I'm not saying to overpraise them, give them all sorts of love of like, you're great, you're special, you're going to be amazing, like giving them that praise, but showing them what there is to love about this thing that you love as well. Like what is the thing about drumming that gets you excited to play?
So let's say me and you wanted to go fishing.
Okay, yeah.
And I knew how to fish and you didn't. And you love all the stuff you seen on ESPN about fishing. You know all the Google shit that you Googled about fishing. You like fish, the way they look and all the things. And I'm telling you, like, you have to learn how to put the worm on the bait on the hook first, right? And you aren't even willing to pick up whatever the bait is, whether it's a worm or whatever. Yeah. You're not even willing to do that, but you're still like, but I want to fish. I was like, well, this is
the aspect. This is what fishing is.
This is what you're gonna have to do.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference. I think that's something I think is important as a teacher to do, to show them the reality.
But that comes without the sugar water, because you can't have this and not even willing. Even if you find out this isn't the right bait and you find out it's not the worm, I got to put this
Maybe
on.
just be upfront with them too. Be like, you're not gonna like me.
I say that all the
You're like,
time. I was like,
you're-
listen, there's going to be times where I'm your director or professor or whatever, and you're going to hate me.
Yeah.
But you hate your parents at sometimes when you were coming up, but they still did the best for you, right? You're like, me and He-Man are running away. I'm taking this toy and whatever.
You're like, and if you're lying to me about practicing, I'm gonna know.
Yeah, I'm going to know.
I'm gonna know
But
you're
you're
lying.
not going to know until you at least try. And I shouldn't have to sugar water you into something you said you wanted in the first place.
That's the thing.
That's a disillusionment right there, where someone who thinks they want something but they don't actually know what it is.
And this is what goes back to what you said at the beginning. This is why old motherfuckers be hating to help young motherfuckers. So they be like, well, if I try it, that's going to happen. But if I don't, then it's like I wasn't willing to help. So that's where they built. They take that double-edged sword, and then they'll be like, I'd rather not help and be at peace than try to help and get in a fucking heart attack to let you know, like, you aren't even willing to try.
Well, that's what it's like. Also, it's like recognize, like, if I stop trying to help you, I don't care anymore. Like,
Right.
If I'm
Right.
not trying to make you better and annoying you by telling you this or that, then I don't care.
I think
so.
If you like me all the
Like,
time while I'm your
Potent-
teacher,
I
I'm not
think-
doing it right.
No,
me
not at
giving
all.
advice to you
Okay.
is that you maybe need to make the emphasis to them that you're trying to enter a relationship with them.
Okay.
Like, hey, you're coming in here to learn something, but really, we're here to establish a relationship. And that takes you showing up, caring. It also, then I will do that in return.
Right.
I'm going to give you feedback because I'm listening, because I care.
I agree with that until you start making it about paying, because then
Right.
it's like, okay,
No, relationship, energy. You're showing up weekly
Right.
to give energy to me, and I'm going to give you energy.
That's
in
what I'm
return.
saying. Like that's what makes it hard to build even a relationship if it was like, hey man, your mom or dad's gonna be paying me anyways. So like, I don't want this to be terrible for you. So like, even if we don't have a relationship, what you don't realize is I'm still gonna get paid. So that's why it's even harder to build that relationship, because I can't make you want to try something that you don't want to try, but you say you want.
Yeah.
Do you ask them straight up that ever? Like at the
Yeah.
beginning? Like, hey, do
Every
you
time.
want to be here?
I
Like,
tell-
why are you here?
I told Mike that.
Like,
And you see where he's at?
yeah.
Mike did not know how to pick up sticks and play drums, and you see where he's at. He's at Moody, Madison Square Garden, the Forum, and it ain't because I forced him to do anything.
Yeah.
We just met up every week, built the relationship like he said, but he was not scared to try or get it wrong, and that's where true growth is. It's not that I'm trying to force you to do something I want to do. I'm already here.
Yeah.
You came to me because you wanted to do something great. But in order to do something great, you have to try. You don't say I want to ride a bike and then you stay on side in video games, do you?
Well, the
No,
reality
you get up
is
there and you pedal and you fall on your ass.
the reality is like if somebody's showing up to learn with you, it's like, are you obsessed with this? Are you obsessed
I
with
say
it?
that all the time. I was like, this ain't the job. This ain't the job for you if you're thinking it's a job. Meaning like, don't call my phone. I'm not gonna. I always tell them this all the time. This is the difference between us building a relationship or not. If I give you my Instagram, I don't care. If I give you my phone number and you don't use it, don't come up to me 6 months later talking about, I'm trying to grow. I want to get better. How do I? I'm like, you got the resources. You're just not willing to use them. You got the answers. You're just not willing to try. You got my number. We don't have to sit down on. I tell people this all the time about shedding as well. Shedding is not getting out and seeing who's better at this chop. No, this is my definition. You can take it or not take it. Shedding is giving, receiving, retaining, or exchanging musical information. That's shedding. Shedding isn't coming down and seeing I can do this lick better or just putting 17 keyboard players and then blah, blah, blah. No. If you want to, if like that same guy that got my number and you wanted to get better and you want to shed and I'm on tour, you call me and ask me like, hey, bro, how do I ... and would you approach like this, or what do I need to stop, or how what are the stick weights of this? Like, that's shedding. That is shedding.
It's asking those actual
shedding.
detailed,
We're shedding.
detailed questions, like not just, hey, how do I get better?
It's giving, receiving, or exchanging musical information that has gotten lost, and that's what shedding really is. But to go back to the generational thing, it's like everybody knows I'll put myself last to help somebody. I will put myself, especially if I don't know you. If I don't know you, you got to prove to me that you're gonna abuse it before I don't give it to you. That's just how it works. Could be the mom in me, rest in peace. But like, thanks, mom. She was the same way. Like she can care less if she knew who you were, where you from, how much money you got, what color you are, what generation you're in, you come in this house, you're gonna get fed, you're gonna get loved on, you're gonna get a couple ass whoopings. And you're gonna get
You deserved them.
You get the same loving that my kid would get. You know what I'm saying? That's how I treat people with lessons. But I can't treat you like that if you aren't willing to try.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to metaphors, you bring a horse to water.
You can lead a horse to water,
Yeah.
but you can't make him drink, right? I think metaphors have just even disappeared, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and that as an instructor too, it's like sometimes it's like, because you are, it's like, it's a income stream of yours. And it's like, at a certain point, it's like, I could keep this student that's not really that invested, but
I can play Mario Kart
just
with
to
your
keep
kid.
an income, a revenue stream. But it's like, at that point, it's like, do I just keep a revenue stream, or do I deliberately
It's
cut
wasting
that
time
off?
at that point. It's wasting time. Now I'm just babysitting. Now
Yeah.
'cause I'm playing Mario
Yeah.
Kart with your
You
kid.
could
We're
be with
keeping a
another
secret.
student who really does want
Who
to take
cares?
advantage of
Who
your
wants
time.
to try? Wants
who
to fail.
gets that
I
you
have-
got a whole shitload of shit.
I have a question for some of these kids. Are there like sooner tangible goals other than just the big picture of like learning? Like, is there like a,
I would hope, because you don't come to me. I'm not going to you for pizza if I know you can't make it. So like that's like me going up to you for hot dogs, knowing you don't make hot dogs. Like I'm not finna go somewhere where I know I can't at least get what I'm about to put in, but I can't want it if I don't put in. Like I can't say if I'm a kid, I wanna if I'm in high school and I got a job, I want an Xbox or a PlayStation 5. I want it tomorrow, or I want it next week, or I want it in the year of next year or whatever. And I keep saying I want, but I'm never saving up. I'm never putting money aside. I'm never taking the extra shift. I'm never doing overtime. I'm never doing, sliding some chore money in my shoebox. I'm not doing anything on my end to retain or receive that prize. And the ultimate prize was the Xbox or the PlayStation, right? How the hell am I gonna get it if I don't even apply? And that's where the older generation is getting the double-edged sword. It's like, we want to help, but we're not even getting the you wanting to help yourself. But then when we don't help, it's like, you motherfuckers don't want to teach us shit.
it's uncomfortable accountability in relationships.
Man, this word uncomfortable is
Don't
the
be
word
an
of the day.
avoidant.
Because
Yeah.
like I think like a personal example of mine would be like, I wanted to learn how to play the bass guitar, and my uncle who lives here in Austin has a bass guitar, one to give me because it's not being used. But I got as far as telling him that, and then that was it. Like, I haven't taken the initiative to go get it or to do it, and I also keep coming up with excuses of like, I'm just too busy. I don't, I'm here, I'm there. I just don't have the
Right.
time that I'd
And then
like to have.
Now I'm gonna ask you questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you questions on our generation side, just because you said that. Where are you sitting right now? Right there, right? How many people on this side of the table have you seen, heard, or know of, or even strangers that are bass players? Great ones, probably.
Yeah.
Like, even whether they're multiple instrument people, or like if they play multi-instruments,
They usually
or
are.
just bass. You've ran across, just in this room, let alone outside of this, just in this room where you could have had a resource,
Right.
but it's always either one an excuse. That's where the accountability
It's
thing.
I don't have the capacity to establish a relationship with someone, because it was that basis that you guys interviewed.
Jimmy Blazer.
Yeah, Jimmy. Come
I
on,
might have been
Jimmy.
Jimmy Blazer.
Yeah, I knew
And
Jimmy before
I
he
just
got to
remember-
HT.
I love Jimmy.
Yeah,
He's great.
I left that feeling like insanely inspired, and that was the moment where I was like, "This is what I should be doing." Was the thought that I had, right?
Right.
But and I got as far as texting him to go see him at Guitar Center to look at bass guitars and stuff. But the excuse right now is that I feel like I don't have the capacity to establish to take on a relationship, whether that's with the guitar or with the person who's
That
gonna
right
show me.
there is why I hate potential. It's because, like, when people want to do stuff, I don't care if you're a kid, a man, a woman, which we know when a woman wants to do or don't want to do shit, that's exactly what's going to happen. But
found,
it doesn't
yes.
matter if you're into sports, into whatever, it's a job. If you want it, you will do nothing at excuse isn't even a fucking epiphany of a word.
It doesn't even come in your mind.
Right.
It's that obsession you were talking
Right.
about.
So that's what I mean by like, you can't say you want it if you're not saving up that money for that PlayStation, taking the extra shifts or whatever it is, whether it's small or big.
Right.
You have to at least show that you want it, because what happens if I know you wanted that PlayStation and you're doing everything you could and you still couldn't do it, and I'm over here like, come here, homie. This gotta be between me and you. Take this extra 150 and go do what you needed to do. Because that's what's going to make the old folks want to do more.
Well, it's
They
like
see the effort that's going
exactly.
in. It like you were saying, it goes into that try. It's
Yeah.
the actual physical effort
it's
of trying it.
you stop negotiating with yourself,
That sugar water turns into Kool-Aid because after,
and then you drink that shit. Drink it.
and you love it too after you drink it. It's because when you fell off that bike, I got the bike up and was like, listen, baby, or listen, whatever you call your child. I know you tried your hardest, and I know you kind of didn't get far. You only got 3 pedals, but those 3 pedals matter. Like, you see how far? Look where you started.
You hadn't pedaled at all before you got on the
look
bike.
where you are, sweetheart. Like, look what you did for Dad, or whatever. You're giving all that enlightenment, but because you tried
Right.
at something you truly wanted, it's when the pouring turns into results.
Yeah.
That it's when that sugar water doesn't even taste like sugar water; it tastes like a whole lemonade.
Okay, so here's the last thing that I have for this is that Matthew McConaughey was talking about this, but because
Was he here?
No, I saw this was a Theo Von clip that I saw.
word.
But because of scrolling and that dopamine, our
Don't get me into that.
you, but also
We'll
your
save that for next
child,
time.
like, where
thought you
we no longer get like dopamine from the actual moment. We get it from sharing the moment, from taking ownership of the moment, and then the results of sharing it.
That's good. But it happens.
Before, it was so valuable to have a riffing hang with your friend. But now you feel more if you can capture that riff and share it, and more people enjoy it.
Well, that's because I don't feel like that's fair enough for us to do that, because you have a good side of that and I have a good side of that. Because I can easily be like, we didn't give a shit about that when we were growing up. We just was, when we were with our friends, we were with our friends. If you broke your leg falling out that tree, it wasn't a highlight reel. It wasn't any reel.
Yeah.
It was just like, do you remember that time you was in the tree and your dumb ass jumped out and broke your leg?
It's a memory.
Yeah. But it was
lives in
part of the
that
moment. It was where our feet were. It was a life learned lesson. Because also, I was not about to get my black ass up there and jump out that same spot that you just broke your leg in. Because I'm convinced that shit doesn't have good results. But because of the company around it, that's why social media has been... I fucking hate it. I literally only go on social media to either get a laugh, to catch up on with old homies that I had gigs with or something. I don't go for information. I don't go, because I can post something right now as we're speaking, and somebody will think that's the moment, and that was like 7 years ago,
Dude.
And then
Yeah.
they'll get discouraged. They'll be like, I want to be on that level, but I'm not. What do I got to do? And it's like, oh, blah, blah, all just because I put something on a social platform that isn't true.
Yeah.
That's another reason why if you go on my social media, you only see so many dates apart. It's because I'm not.
Well, you're
I'm
not
there for
you're not
reality.
existing to be there. It's more of just a thing that.
Right.
For us, it's like kind of a necessary.
It's a
well, at least on the
necessary evil.
on the
became a
podcast
tool.
page.
It's the new
you know,
business card.
Maybe not the personal
Yeah.
page, but yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, it can be.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is it? What are you using it for? And be self-aware.
So
you
I would
And
just say,
it's-
like,
you shouldn't live to exist.
Don't
on
let
it.
this scrolling fool you. Like, do not let that scrolling fool you, because even if that person was successful, who's the hell say we didn't take this right here? Who's the hell to say whatever we put on the gram or whatever y'all putting it on? Who's to say we didn't do it in 7 takes?
Yeah.
Who's to say that wasn't authentic? Who's to say they was like, oh, they cut it and then they asked that question? They're like, no.
You guys are great actors, and this is my scripted show.
Yeah, it's like
All of it. We're all British, by the way.
they
Yeah.
tried it 7 times. It's like no, like don't let the scrolling, man, get you. Tunnel vision is important.
There's something. My dad's a photographer, and there's something that he would say,
This shit is
which
good, bro.
annoys the fuck out of me.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Dad.
That's how we treat our guests around here.
He would say that if someone wasn't filming it, it never happened.
But I hate that.
I hate that.
I
Yeah,
hate
right?
it. I'm glad. See, this is generations apart, and we're still like the same way.
like, fuck
so that generation
yeah.
shit doesn't matter. It's about the actuality of it.
Yeah.
It's like I hate that shit because then it's like you spent so much time trying to capture this shit.
Yeah.
And you miss what could have happened.
See, and that's like when we do these, man, I try to not even think about who might be listening because I want to just be here for the conversation.
moment.
Just for us.
And then later I'll think about how that's going to play.
Actually, since you did
That's
that,
what I do.
I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna get in trouble for this too. But I hate this for women. That Instagram scrolling shit. You don't know who to get to that island in that boat and whatever. You don't know who she's fucking. She probably fucked some old guy and who put him on the beach and the island and all that shit. Or you don't know how many takes it took for her to be a sugar baby or whatever. You don't know. That's not. It might not be her real ass.
That's a curated reality that people treat that
There's
it's
also
not real.
a moment in the woman experience of discovering how the man you love has women presented on social media.
Right,
Yes, yeah,
right.
that's another
and that's
thing.
why I say it's bad for women now because they're trying to mold themselves into this shit that isn't real.
It's like porn. It's not real.
It's not.
Like no semblance.
It might have
of
felt great,
reality.
but as soon as you're done,
Yeah.
like as soon as you're done, you get back to reality and you're like, oh damn, it's not really like that in the bar.
It's like, oh yeah,
I can't use that line in a restaurant.
I can't grab her hair.
It's fast food.
Let's not go ass grabbing today. Let's
We don't need Me
It's the
Too's.
same thing, but nobody treats it like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's not reality. Don't look at this musician and see all his tour dates, but you didn't know he wasn't eating ramen right before that night.
Yeah.
He was on somebody's couch.
Yeah.
The night before.
It's don't believe the hype, dude. Just believe the work. Like that's
trust
it.
the process.
Trust the process and stop negotiating with yourself. That's what I say. Because like if you're gonna do anything, and we're almost out of time because I know they have a 3 o'clock. Unfortunately, I'd love to keep it going.
No, you good.
We're gonna get you back in the future, 100%. But like, yeah, stop negotiating with yourself because it's like you can't do anything when you're doing this debate. Like, should I?
100%,
Whatever. Blah, blah, blah,
dog.
blah. Just
This
fucking.
internal, will
It's that
they,
Shia
won't
LaBeouf.
they?
Just do it.
Yeah.
The people shit on him, but it's true. Just do it.
Man, bring the metaphors back. Because I'm going to say one and then we can end this shit.
Yeah, what you got? What
You
you got?
don't know until you.
Try.
Hey, dude,
There we go.
That is facts, bro. Dude,
hell
just
yeah.
to like kind of like I thank you for coming, bro.
Man, no,
and
fucking
I
thank
want to
you.
just once again give you your flowers, bro.
Nope.
It's
I'm
fucking
gonna stop
great.
you right there. This is where I'm gonna give you your flowers.
I appreciate
You're doing your damn thing, man.
Thanks, bro.
You don't care what nobody says. You don't care what the outcome is. You don't care. You just don't give a fuck about what the other outside noise is.
Yeah.
You kept your tunnel vision. You don't care if you fail because you're gonna kick ass after you fucking learn. It's a learning experience and not failing.
Yeah.
You go up to people you do know. You go up to people you don't know. You kept this shit going, and now it's up, bro. And people, you give people their flowers all the time, whether you know them, whether you don't know them, and you need yours.
I appreciate
You
that,
need
man.
yours. You came up to me and gave me my flowers at the homies, and then it's not your turn anymore. It's your turn
Thanks,
to
bro.
receive them.
I
You're
do.
doing a great job, and I'm glad y'all support him,
Yeah.
and I'm glad y'all are doing y'all's things too, because every one of you, like all three of y'all, I don't give a fuck what you say. You're successful in my eyes.
Yeah. Well, and our other guy Josh, he's not here, but he's one part. Her and him are part of it for sure. So we have two great producers.
So
Yeah.
thank you, brother.
Dude,
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate that, man. Thank you,
Thank
bro.
you. Appreciate
and I
you.
wanted to say too, I did have this written down. Shout out
Thank
to
you so much.
T-Dubs, T-Double.
T-Double!
Austin Music Awards. This should be coming out before the voting ends.
I think I'll see him tonight.
So give a shout out to T-Double
Yo,
because
T-Double,
vote for Austin Hall of Fame, dog.
Austin
Vote.
Hall of
Austin Hall
Fame.
of
If y'all
Fame.
don't know
we need
who
a Hall of Fame guest on our
T-Double
Rolodex.
If you don't know who T-Double is, you need to double check yourself because
Go educate yourself.
Go
Yeah.
educate yourself.
Yeah,
because
bro.
that guy, in fact, I'll see you tonight, T-Double. I know you coming. I know you coming. I'll see you tonight.
Wait, where? You gallery? Where you at tonight? Where you going?
I'm playing with Jen Foster.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm playing with Jen Foster tonight. It's Roy, Spice, Dane.
This will be too late for listeners, but yeah.
Right. But,
yeah.
I mean, this is for you
Cool, he's
guys.
talking
Yeah.
about
Like,
shit, man.
Yeah, like Dane
Yeah.
playing keys or piano or organ. Roy Spicer singing.
You already got me.
Yeah.
You already got me.
Yeah, and then
You already
me
got
and then Dave shares on guitar.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
dude.
so it's a 6-piece, 7-piece.
One other shout out too for Tomar and the FCs up
Tomar
for
and the
album of the
FCs.
year
Holding it down.
on Awesome Music Awards.
That is crazy. You
Give
need
them a
to
vote.
Please give.
He gave
both
us a
of them
vinyl.
vote.
We love Tomar, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Tomar's
him back
a
because
homie.
he's
He's a
full of
legend.
fucking stories.
Tomar.
Dude, Tomar is
Hit
the
your
dude.
boy. It's been
We
a
got a
little
funny
too
one
long.
for him too next time. So, dude, Daniel, bro, thank you so much, man.
Thank you guys.
Fuck
I
yeah.
love you, bro.
Thank
and
you, guys.
good shit. We'll see you again.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
have you back.
See you next
Friday
time.
night.
Later.